Welcome everyone. I'm Roger Christie, the founder of the Hawaii Cannabis THC Ministry. We're here on the bayfront in beautiful downtown Hilo, Hawaii. We're in the Moses building, this historic old Moses building in downtown Hilo. It's built in approximately 1934, and I've been happy to be here as a tenant for almost 6 years this coming month. I've been the founder of the ministry and the administrator, the leader of it, for almost the last 10 years. We think the nation is big enough to accept the THC ministry doing our sincere ministry duties. And those include providing services and sacraments. We provide services, ministry services like membership, education, counseling, weddings, funerals, baptisms. We provide cannabis sacraments, and we're happy to do so. And it's a sacred thing to us. I think that I'm a legitimate, exempt ministry that's operating with integrity in my community and exercising our religious freedom to get high with cannabis as our religious sacrament. I felt very supported by law enforcement. I felt that I'm on good terms with politicians and policymakers and most of my neighbors as well. And even though somebody is doing something legal, which I think what we do here is legal, it always helps to be a good neighbor. Now, what's happened recently is this past week, the Internal Revenue Service and the DEA and local police raided, use the term raided, my home and woke my lover and I up from asleep almost at dawn. About 12 people, I think, agents from the federal and state and local government showed up. They had search warrants for my home and the ministry and both of our vehicles. And they were looking for evidence of ill-gotten gain, I guess. They're wondering if I'm getting too big for my britches, so to speak, and if I've exceeded the legitimacy which I thought was in place. So I'm happy to, I was very compliant with the search warrant, happy to be cooperative because I feel like I have nothing to hide. And so there was no struggle. It was very welcoming in some ways. Fully respectful actions on the part of law enforcement. It actually made me proud of them, actually. Other locations were raided as well simultaneously that morning. It was a very big coordinated effort by law enforcement. We heard some of the agents and lawyers and accountants that came were from California even. So they came quite a ways to make a show of force here. No one was arrested, thankfully. We're grateful for that. Some things were confiscated, and of course each of us that had things confiscated want them returned safely and promptly. So we're looking forward to taking legal action in the very near future to make that happen. We've been getting a lot of publicity in Colorado lately because we have a ministry in Boulder, because I'm from Colorado, and because the need for cannabis is so great, and not everybody qualifies for medical use. So the THC Ministry can welcome everybody else that's over 21. And a young man, Trevor Douglas, was ticketed, not arrested, ticketed in Colorado for possession in his automobile last year. He was not a member of the THC Ministry at the time, although I had met him one time. So he knew of me, he knew of our ministry, and he got a lot of publicity in the New York Times, Associated Press, many locations around the globe, actually. And the THC Ministry got a big bump of publicity, and we were happy to get that, of course, but it wasn't true that Trevor was a member at the time he was stopped. He has since become a member. He wanted to become a member. He contacted me, and I gave him an honorary membership because of his courage, really, and speaking out for his rights and his sincerity. Sincerity is the way you get into the THC Ministry. You have to be sincere. How does that get measured? Good manners and respect. And I felt that Trevor had good manners and respect for authority. He was fighting his case in a forthright manner. That's the type of person I want in the THC Ministry. That's the type of young man, young person that I want to help. And so we were happy to counsel with Trevor. Unfortunately, he lost his case, but I think part of the reason he did lose was he was not a member at the time of the incident. So we wish him well. It was just a media coincidence and a spiritual coincidence that publicity came at the same time our raid came. We're standing for religious freedom, using cannabis in private, at home or church, and it's a blessed, beautiful thing. I look forward to getting a clean bill of health from the federal government and from the IRS, and then carrying on our ministry activities probably on a higher level of activity. So this raid could really lead to great things for the ministry. And I'm really looking forward to it and grateful to open and operate here in Hilo and help our neighbors and on the Big Island in any way we can with our services and our sacraments.